Welcome to beautiful Vancouver. I love my city and especially love it this time of year because it is the first week of April, and this means that it is one of the most beautiful times of the year in Vancouver. It is cherry blossom time. Some of the cherry blossom streets are blooming a little bit early this year because we've had a month of like really super duper warm weather. Video for you all about what essentially the cherry blossoms do, which is transformation. And I want to talk to you today about exactly that. But before I get into this video, I wanted to share with you a few really interesting facts. One of them is that DOG is making all kinds of friends. So these beautiful puffy pink little clouds that look like popcorn or cotton candy. They bloom for about 1 to 2 weeks here in Vancouver, and actually there is a cherry blossom festival that goes on here every April. You can go in so many different areas of Vancouver in this beautiful city and see these cherry blossoms. And there's actually it's so bright up here. Our Cherry Blossom Festival was created by Linda Poole in 2005 to kind of commemorate and celebrate Japan, because Japan has actually given the city of Vancouver to date over 37,000 cherry blossom trees. So it's a very beautiful time of year to come and check out Vancouver. And I'm going to actually put a link to a blog post that I made a while back where I have some really great video footage of some of the streets in the different areas that showcase these beautiful trees. A really great quote that I wanted to share with you while I'm here, which is, a flower doesn't think about competing with the flower next to it, it just blooms. And you know, a lot of us women, we have been socially conditioned from a very young age to compare ourselves and to have this idea that we are in competition with other women, and it's not necessary. When we are comparing, the number one emotion that will always come up every time that you compare is jealousy. And it's one extremely toxic emotion that a lot of my clients struggle with. And in fact, comparing also, you know, brings up a whole lot of other toxic emotions, everything from shame and guilt and anger, resentment. So it's a really negative behavior and a negative habit, bad habit to get into. And none of these flowers are over here competing with each other. They're just blooming and being beautiful. So in addition to feeling all of these negative emotions, jealousy being number one, the other thing that happens when we compare ourselves is that we're not being authentic. We're not being our authentic selves because we're looking to, you know, measure our sense of worth or sense of esteem or self-love compared to somebody else. And another really, you know, not so awesome thing that takes place when we are comparing ourselves is that we're not learning. We're not growing, and we're not transforming into the best version of ourselves at all. So if you're somebody who finds yourself, you know, comparing and measuring your sense of worth to, you know, other women, it's time for you to maybe consider these few things that I want to share with you. So I believe there are 3 essential elements that go into us transforming our lives and transforming ourselves, really, because our life doesn't transform unless we transform ourselves first. The very first one is making the decision. And this is huge. A lot of people stay in this illusion of confusion and stay stuck because of their comfort zone, and they don't actually make the decision. So you have to consciously and very deliberately make the decision to say, hey, I'm ready to change my mindset. I'm ready to change, you know, myself. I'm ready to just change overall and to transform into the best version of yourself. That's number one. Number 2 is you have to, once you've made that decision, you have to commit to doing the work. Because it's not easy. If it was easy to transform yourself and bloom into the most amazing version of yourself, then everybody would be that way all the time. So it's not easy, and it really does take commitment to you doing the work. Whatever is required is doing that work. And the third part is taking consistent action. Consistency is so incredibly important. This is where a lot of people really drop the ball. They're like, okay, I made the decision, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do the work, I'm committed. They'll get into the commitment, they'll do it, and then they kind of get freaked out or scared or self-sabotage, and then they freak out and they quit, right? So you really got to make the decision. Yes, I'm worth it. Yes, I'm sick and tired. I'm ready to transform. 2, I am making the commitment to myself and my transformation in order to become the best version of myself. And 3, I'm going to take consistent action every single day to make sure that I am becoming the best version of myself and that I'm really going to be somebody who loves myself and loves my life. one of the biggest reasons why people do not transform their lives and really do not commit to doing the work is because they really lack discipline. And that is huge. Not having discipline, not learning the skills, and actually not being accountable to somebody makes it really, really difficult to transform yourself and to transform your life. And that's something that I really do help my clients with, is not only teaching the skills around discipline, but also them having somebody to be accountable to. And that's really huge when you're starting to learn a new set of skills and really working on yourself, is to be accountable to somebody that actually genuinely cares about you and your transformation. And that's what I do for my clients. I genuinely care about them and really want the best for them. So if you are somebody that's interested in that and you can commit to working on a program, after realistically just 3, maybe 4 sessions with me, you will start to see the transformation start to take place. Now is the time. Do not wait, do not hesitate, do not procrastinate. Let me know if that's something that you're interested in doing. I am the person that's going to help you do that. So send me a message and let's do it. Let's bloom into the most beautiful version of yourself. Always remember, nothing's more powerful than absolute confidence. Go out there and have a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful day wherever in the world you are, and live life confidently.